workload. The town and the Interior Health Authority have come up with a stopgap solution, but residents and the two local doctors say a permanent solution is needed. Dr. John Soules is busy looking over patient files, but the Clearwater family physician isn't nearly as busy as he was just a few months ago, when he was one of only 2 doctors in the community of 5,000 people. Working long hours at his own practice and rotating as the hospital's on-call physician was just too much work for Soules.
It was also very difficult just to see the patients in the office for routine care, the numbers of them that needed to be seen, and I think a lot of patients waited much longer than they normally would have for routine visits.
The situation was so bad that a few months ago, Soules and the other local doctor threatened to leave the community if more doctors weren't found. Recently, the Interior Health Authority has stepped up to the plate with a new funding program for locums that seems to have solved the problem.
So that has given us a very strong, steady stream of locums, and the response from them is that the word has got around the province that it's a good place to come and stay. So we're seeing locums come in for 1 or 2 weeks at a time, averaging 2 locums at a time. So that gives us a complement of 4 doctors, which we've said would be the bare minimum to operate on.
But it's only a temporary fix. The town still needs as many as 3 full-time physicians, and with a worldwide doctor shortage, residents are still a bit nervous about the situation.
It's a huge problem, and we're just one small little community. And until they can find ways of fixing the big picture, we're going to have to make do with what we've got.
It's definitely a concern, you know. It's like everybody else. They've all got to take lower wages, you know.
The municipal government says they're still actively recruiting, and they're optimistic they'll find doctors who are willing to live in Clearwater. Dr. John Soules shares their optimism. He says the lifestyle and the new hospital are just 2 of the many things the community has to offer. But he says he's warning his patients to be patient.
This process is almost certainly going to take months. It may be much longer than that.
And while Clearwater residents are concerned about the doctor shortage, the town's mayor says unlike Barrier residents, they're not so concerned about their tax bills. Last week, Barrier residents were up in arms over increases in their taxes after the town incorporated last year. Some saw their taxes more than double. But Clearwater Mayor John Harwood says other than one complaint that was later resolved, residents in Clearwater have accepted modest tax increases as the price of incorporation.
We were able to bring somebody in with municipal finance experience to help us through this process, and once we set the budget as to how much we needed to raise, we were able to adjust the mill rate down because our assessments have climbed dramatically in Clearwater as well. So when your assessment climbs like that, you adjust the mill rate to take into consideration what the tax increase would be. Several of our homes in Clearwater are facing no tax increases whatsoever. An average home around $200,000 is facing an increase of about $100 going to the district of Clearwater. So people are genuinely quite happy with that.